What up? This your boy OCB, man, and welcome back to If You Don't Know,
You
You Will.
will.
Man, I know it's been a long time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before in the last episode that we had, life. Life be life, and you feel what I'm saying? But we back, man. Me and the wife had been talking, like, you know what, we ain't did our podcast in a while. And plus, a lot of people been asking about it. When the last time y'all did a podcast? We ain't been seeing y'all on Facebook. Or so. Well, like I said, life be life, and you know what I'm saying, dealing with these childrens and things of that nature. But you know what I'm
You said
saying,
children.
childrens. But it been all good. How you been, baby?
I've been doing well. Like you said, we had a lot of things going on lately, getting people back to school and work and things like that.
Yep, and still the changing job situation for me. You know, it's been a little rough on your boy, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I got my backbone over here.
All right, now you know you got that. You know you got that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So man, we got some. We've been also contemplating on what we gonna bring to our people. What we gonna talk about? Because there's so many conversations about relationships out here. I don't think like that's kind of getting kind of cliche or old at this point for us anyway. We are in a real relationship over 30 years. Now it might not look like it, but hey, it is
No,
what
of
it
course
is.
it don't look like it. Of course it don't look like it.
Yeah, man. Also, man, we got one of our co-host from back in the day here with us, man. We're gonna bring him in just a little later on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will see who he is. But I'm gonna tell y'all who he is anyway. It's Blackman Strong. He gonna be on
Blackman
here. What's up,
Strong.
Blackman Strong?
What's going on, world? What's going on, young world? What's going on, black world?
What's up, man? I just want the people to hear your voice before we get into this conversation. But just hold on, my brother. Hold your tongue, which I know is hard for you to do because you still be getting kicked off Facebook. But I'm gonna bring you right back in. And he ain't here with us tonight because you know what I'm saying, he got a new family going on. You know what I'm saying, got a new baby rather. You know what I mean, new family, but
hmm
I got a new baby, got a new one, and big ups to that. You know what I'm saying, well, on your youngin.
Yeah,
Already, you know what I'm saying.
appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Not just her. Got one just came in the world and one going off to college. So
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. But like I said, we're gonna bring you right back in a few seconds. We're gonna get some of these particulars out the way.
mhm.
All right, give us 1 second, brother.
Well, like we said, we're glad to see everybody. Glad to be back in the chair, back on the mic, like we never left.
Yeah.
So today, well tonight rather, only if you don't know you will, we're going to be asking the big question. Everything's expensive, but who's really getting rich?
Man, who really getting rich out here, man? I know it's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm rubbing these nickels together around here. You feel what I'm saying? But we all right. But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just getting hard. You know what I mean? And, you know.
Yeah, so we're going to look at the cost of living and we're going to look at how things have changed since the late 90s. And the reason why we're going to the late 90s is because that's when we officially started adulting out here. So we
Right.
started adulting, started a family, and that was in the late 90s, around 98. So that is the trend that we're going to be looking at. Like I said, the cost of living, the cost of providing. And we're just going to take a look at those trends and see what's going on.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna do it like that because you gotta think about and I think like for us we're gonna start at when we started, you know, our family, you know what I'm saying? Like around I'm like 98,
98, yeah.
98, 97, something like that, 99, you know what I'm saying? We start having our kids and stuff like that and start call ourselves adulting.
Yeah, call ourselves adulting.
Thought we were big grown when we were what? How old was we?
98, 20.
Yeah, about 20
It's about
years,
20. Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
You
we
know
was,
what
we, were-
I'm
we were
saying?
about 20 years old in college and doing the thing and still trying to support a family. So we'll talk about that.
Right.
And so let's get into it. So we're just going to give you just a few tidbits before we get into the main topic.
Right.
And and we were talking about how we started in 98, and as I reflect on that time, what I can remember is how much we spent on, because we had an apartment.
Right.
Okay, so when I would come home from school, it was to the apartment to adult. And back then, you could get groceries for about $100. $100 to fill your house up.
Yeah,
You know,
yep.
you get that $100 and you could get the main necessities, the things that you
Yep. And
needed.
back then, the main necessities were lunch meat, sandwich, all the sandwich meat, hot pockets,
And still milk, cereal, eggs,
yeah, Kool-Aid.
baby, you had to have diapers, you had to have baby food. I mean,
Yeah,
Wick
yeah.
wasn't doing everything,
No,
and
it
Wick just
wasn't,
wasn't
it
enough for our kids. We did have to spend some money out of pocket too.
Right.
And
right,
so you
right,
got
right.
diapers, you got a babysitter, so that's daycare. You got things like that, and it just seems like the dollar was a little bit different back then.
And back then you was good if you made what 20,000 a year.
Yeah, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah,
30 you was really doing
Oh,
it.
you was really doing it. And this in what 98 round.
Yeah,
98.
yeah. You were really doing it if you made 98.
Right. You
And
talking about, yeah, bro, I'm making $10 an hour. Boy, you doing it, ain't it?
yes. And
Yeah.
what is really wild is back in 98, minimum wage was $5.15.
Right.
I said $5.15.
Yeah.
But I remember when I started working, it was $4.25, and that was
Right.
when I was in high
I
school.
think mine was 3.
Well, you remember 3?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Like
$3 minimum
4.15
wage.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
that.
yeah,
But the only
4.15,
difference,
4.25.
But I also made production because
Yeah.
where I worked at back in the day, man, Chrome Craft, you see me, you know what I'm
Chrome
saying?
Craft Furniture.
So, but they, you was on a production line, so you could still make more if you made production.
Okay, you made more if you made production.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of, I guess, with waitresses with tips, you make your tips like they make like $2 and something even now, but with tips, they make a little bit more.
Yeah, and see, I was at McDonald's and it was $4.25, and like I said, I also worked part-time dispatching. So, and that was when I was taking my hiatus from school because I was knocked up.
Yeah. But even like a side hustle way, we still had to do a little side hustle.
Yeah,
and
we
then
did.
washing cars, cutting grass, stuff, raking leaves, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, we still have those side hustles today, and it'll be more expensive, but it is what it is.
Okay,
you
yeah,
know
let's
what I'm saying?
let's check in with Blackman Strong and
What's
see
up,
what he can
Blackman
remember
Strong?
back in the day.
I do remember. Well, I don't remember the $3. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember the $4.
Yeah.
I do remember that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one of the main problems that in transition from then to now is the value of the American dollar. If
Right.
people not paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Like countries that's becoming more independent, like Burkina Faso over there in Africa. A lot of countries in Africa are becoming more and more independent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the dollar worldwide is
Yeah.
losing certain
Right,
values. So
the American dollar, because we like number 5 at this point for us.
yeah,
It's being
when
strong.
we went from 3 to 9 overnight.
Yeah,
Type shit, you know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
exactly.
So, but I still feel like there's no excuse for them to make it like a pressure cooker for the citizens and the denizens of this country, because they should have already foreseen that, but they focus on everything else other than, you know what I'm saying, on the home front problems. You
Right.
know how America try to go save everybody else, but then now we asked out.
Right.
So-
But all they do is over here is what, like me and the wife were talking the other day. Like, when we get in debt, they always raise the ceiling, what they call the debt ceiling, right?
Exactly. Or they do the age old bullshit, go to war, start a war. You see what I'm saying?
And still have to go over there and rebuild everything that they destroyed in other countries.
You know what I mean?
And that's
A
what
mockery,
happened.
right?
We're gonna start off a little slow. You know what I mean? What we get, Mimi Jean?
We're gonna go in the scene.
With Mimi Jean.
So, in the scene with Mimi Jean this time, what we're doing is we're talking about Keke Palmer. I'm sure you all know who Keke Palmer is. And so Keke Palmer is an actress, and this was in interview maybe in May of 2025, and she said, if I have $1 million in my pocket, my rent is still going to be $1,500. So basically, what she's saying is she's still gonna pay that $1,500. She's not gonna go out and live above her means, you know.
Right.
So this is a celebrity that's saying, hey, you know, even though I got some money, I'm still gonna keep it real and do what I need to do so that I can keep that money.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I mean, and I think that's coming from like great parenting. You know what I'm saying? She had to come from a family that knew how to, you know, put that in her head, to count money and what to do with it, how to spend it. You know what I'm saying? What to spend it on and what not to spend it on. A lot of people don't have that because we don't even teach that in schools for real. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Black man?
I think it's genius. I think if she stay on that path with the career that she got, and you know, in the fandom and in the talent that she got, just imagine her doing that for another 10, 15 years. She'll have no money to start her own bank.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because she's not throwing it to the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And if you invest money in certain ways, the right ways, it can make money for you with just by sitting still. Other than just like she said, like I can only imagine if she did decide to buy some cars or something. That
Right.
she probably would go straight to a business. She would probably do it just to start selling cars. You know what I'm saying? Because she already got her mind focused on. She's content with what she has and what she needs. She knows. You know, and a lot of people don't. That'd be the problem. It'd be no people just not content.
Right. And
You got to be good to be okay and not have this constant need of wanting more and more and more all the time.
right, because I think what's called like that? What's the basketball player Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, Kawhi.
Like he still
he
drive.
very frugal.
Yeah, frugal. Like he don't spend money either. You know what I mean? There's a lot of athletes, if you believe it or not, they'll don't really. I think even Chad Ochocinco even said, "Man, you think this jury real? Man,
Right.
look, I make the jury. Jury don't make me. All this costume
Come on
jury,
now.
but I got so much
share the
money,
same
you don't
sentiment.
know the difference. You know what
Exactly.
I'm
I share the same sentiment. Like I told plenty of folks, you know, I can spend $3,500-$4,500 on a chain. It's still a $3,500-$4,500 chain, but it's gonna look like a $10,000 chain.
saying?
I don't care how much it paid for. I want to know, does it go right with this outfit? You know what I'm saying? But it's all about being content with yourself too. It takes you to be comfortable with yourself to be able to be okay with a lot of other people looking like
Right, because
it's
the
success.
average person
You know
don't
what I'm
know
saying?
what's real and what's fake for real.
A lot of people,
Because-
exactly, they objectify things. They
Right.
objectify things, and you look at that as success. Again, like we were saying about the American dollar. If that was the case, then there's no way that all these rappers could have that much jury on.
Right.
You know, come on, man. And everybody's still rapping. Nigga,
Right.
if that chain around your neck was real, you wouldn't be rapping, nigga. That's just gonna
Right.
be for real.
Right.
That's just, it's gone. But it looks good.
It look good.
It
Yeah.
reminds in a sense it reminds us of who we were. Because we
Yeah.
were kings and
Yeah.
queens. We did come from that type of flashness, but we don't look at we never had to have a hierarchy about it. But
Right.
we lost that. So people
Yeah.
look at, like I said, they objectify things.
Yeah, and you know, like I say, like we always say, like I said before, I wear clothes don't wear me. I have my certain things that I
make
like.
this shit
Now
look good.
I probably buy because I like hats. I buy, me an expensive hat. You know what I mean? That's me. You know what I mean? But
listen, why do you think they need models? We make it look good.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but we objectify things and we pit it against one another. If you got more of this and I got less of it,
Right.
you say you ain't got enough. Yes, I do. That girl got more than whatever she needs.
Yeah,
and she knows
and
it.
she know
she
it.
knows it exactly. And my second example is about this viral TikToker. You all probably heard of him, Bradley on a budget.
Bradley on a budget.
Bradley on a budget. And so Bradley, he's like I said, he's a TikTok creator and he went viral this summer. He's paying off over $130,000 in student loans by cutting back on everything. He said he doesn't have electricity in the winter. So this man is up here freezing and being cold and just having one plate for dinner. He just could have got some paper plates.
Right.
He just eating off one plate. He doesn't have any subscriptions, no streaming services, just the bare minimum, like, kind of like living off the grid. Like he's just only using what he needs to pay that debt out. And he paid it off.
Right. And so now he ain't got to worry about that debt no more. He ain't got to live. A lot of us been taught to live off of overtime, right?
Yeah.
And so but you're really supposed to live off of what I think we talked about this in another episode before. You're supposed to live off at least if you're working 40 hours, live off 32 hours.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's still kind of slavery in a way. When you have these young people, they just going viral and doing certain kind of things, you know what I mean, to get
Being an
money quick,
influencer.
being an influencer. But even that's changing. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Blackman Strong?
I mean, it seemed to me like he living in the dog ages. I understand cutting back and being a minimalist, as they call it, a minimalist and a survivalist. It thought, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time,
You think it's kind of
you know,
extreme, huh?
it's way more than extremes. It's still ways to have that type of outcome without that sacrifice. I feel like he just
Trying to
I
get
think
some
he
views or something, trying to run it up.
y'all say he's an influencer, right? Well, I don't
Yeah,
trust
he's
him
a
people.
viral TikToker.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's so unnecessary, man. Come on now. All right.
Yeah, but to
So
each
you
his
say
own too.
you
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah, yeah. He's very
but I'm
disciplined.
not
I
gonna
tell you
live in the
that.
1920s in 2025.
Yeah,
Right,
he's
right.
he's extremely disciplined because I was like, do you even have electricity? Since you're not,
Right.
do
Yeah.
you have
But you
candlelight?
still have
Yeah,
people now that still shop at thrift shops,
yeah, they do.
right?
You thrift,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And got
thrift shop.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do
Right.
that because they don't see themselves spending insane amount of money for
And how
the
long did he do that
design
though?
till he paid his
yeah,
loan off.
$130,000.
He had $130
Student loan,
student
yeah.
loan. He did it until he paid his student loan off. Now he don't got no $130,000 debt that he got
I
to
know.
worry about.
I just want to know how long it take. Did it take him
Oh,
8 months?
I don't know. I
9
don't
I
know how
don't know
long
how
it
long
took.
it took. We're gonna have to follow
Yeah,
up on
yeah,
that
we
to
have to
see.
follow up on
Because
that.
that to me that plays a factor into it. Did he
You
go
know,
hunt?
yeah,
Did
and
he
that's
go
just
hunt?
what, yeah, it's
He
just what
went
it
he
is.
went hunting for his food.
I,
I'm
I
not
don't,
sure what he did about his food, but he just kept, he just had the bare minimum. They said he was
whatever the bare minimum is for him, and
he
he ain't
was
have to
very
spend.
frugal.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know
so
what I
to
mean?
save that money to pay that loan off.
Yeah, yeah,
But guess
yeah,
what, y'all? I guess we'll see it on TV, huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah,
he might not see it, but we'll
yeah, yeah.
see
They
it.
gonna have
But
Right.
he
We'll
had a
see.
phone, I guess,
he
with
gonna
the
have a
internet.
reality show about it. Watch, they gonna
About
recreate
it. He gonna make some
everything.
money off of
Yeah,
it
he
now.
had to make sure he
This ain't
wasn't
all for
sacrificing
naught.
that phone. Now he wasn't
Right,
sacrificing that phone because that's how he was
Right.
letting
Yeah.
everybody
Okay.
know what he's doing.
right,
Okay.
right,
Yeah, he's an influence in that at the end of the day.
right.
Right, right, right.
Go ahead, Mimi Jean.
Okay, so now we come to the part of the show where we really get into our topic about expensive things that are expensive. Why are we paying for this stuff?
Right,
Who's paying for it? Who gets the bill?
right.
Why is
Yeah,
everything so expensive?
yeah. And we kind of started from like we would say like when we started being out in the world, like from like '98, and even just the price from then to now and how much is grown. Should it even be that high? Right? You know what I'm saying?
And so, with that being said, we're going to get into one of the things that we always do here. And if you don't know, you will. We're going to start out with the shot word.
Shot word.
And that's where we pick the word. We'll let you know what that word is that has to do with the topic. And then, whenever you hear that word, you're supposed to take a shot or a sip or a swig of whatever beverage of your
whatever
choice.
you got, you know me, you know what I'm saying. You see, I've been sipping already at my clear cup. You see the wife over there got her what is it, a peach Bellini,
Peach
Bellini, and I don't know. Let me see. Let me check back in with Mr. Harris. What you drinking over there, Mr. Harris, for the shot word?
So I went old school Tennessee, not no number 7 this time. I went to Uncle Nearest, man.
Uncle Nearest.
Hey, we've been looking for
Uncle
that.
You know
Where
what?
you
We're
get
going
it
to have to
from?
take a trip down there to the distillery too.
Yeah, it's a bottle. Yeah, exactly. It's a bottle. I mean, I got this big ass bottle
Where you
It's
get it from?
brown.
right over here, right where we stay at. It's
You
a
got some Uncle
nice
Nearest
thick
from out
liquor.
there.
Yeah, I sure did.
Oh, okay. I'll be out there in a minute. Hold on. No.
Say less. Say less.
All right, let's get to it, man.
But we're definitely going to have to do that. Okay, so the shot word is going to be expensive. So when you hear us say expensive, then you are going to take that shot or take that sip of whatever it is that you prefer to drink.
Right. And what's the word?
Expensive.
Gonna take mine now. I'm gonna go and get mine now. Mr. Blackman Strong.
I'm getting mine in too.
All right.
And look, when I say big ass bottle, I really mean that because I think this the only size of bottle I saw. I'm gonna send y'all a picture of it.
I bet.
Make sure you send us
You
a
can
picture.
clobber, you can clobber somebody over here with this.
All right, let's get into it, Mimi Jean.
Okay, let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about, let's compare these prices from 1998 to 2025. And we have a child that was born in 1998, so we already know that it's about 26 years ago. Yes, we still look good. We still look good. But 1998. So a carton of eggs in 1998 was $1.04, y'all.
$1.04.
Damn.
How much do you think it is now?
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all a minute. We'll y'all just put it in the
chat.
Yeah, the chat, the comments, what you think it is. We're gonna give you a hot second. What you think it is, right?
Say this stat again.
Eggs were $1.04. How much do you think they are running now?
I know y'all know unless y'all don't cook no eggs.
$1.04.
So right now, eggs, a carton of eggs will run you about $3.60 if you got your Kroger card.
Right.
If you in super,
Yeah, that's Kroger.
if you in super high,
Yeah, it might
not
be a
super
little
low, but super high, it may be $5-6.
So, and the next thing we have on our list, I'm gonna do mine a little different. Go backwards. Right now, milk is at least $4.16, sometimes $5.
Mm-hmm.
In 1998, how much do you think they were? I'm gonna give y'all a minute.
When they 99 cents?
A carton, well, maybe a carton of milk. Let's say about a gallon.
A gallon
About
of milk.
a gallon
A
of
gallon of
milk.
milk.
A gallon?
A gallon of milk.
Yeah, how much you think a gallon of
It's
milk
like
was?
$4.16, sometimes $5. Depends on how the cow's acting.
$1.19.
You close. You close.
You close. All right. In 1998, it was $2.70. Around there, it fluctuated a little bit. Like everything do.
Yeah, the only reason I know because in 1998, let me see, 98, I was in junior high.
No, you wouldn't
And
know.
my mom, she used to work down there at Turner Dairy. So
Right.
I knew everything that was going on about the milk back
right.
Turner
right.
Dairy, okay. And
then.
so
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip down, and I'm gonna let you have the car. I'm gonna skip down to daycare. So
Mm.
right now, daycare is probably about $250 to $300 a week. Okay. Back then in '98, how much do you think daycare went? How much was a typical daycare? $90. $90.
That's a big
90?
difference. Yeah.
Now we ain't talking
Man,
about Miss Fanny that kept your children, because she probably kept your
you talking
children
about
for a little
daycare.
cheaper.
That's damn near free.
Yeah, Miss Fanny was like, man, just make sure you bring them something to eat.
right.
You can give me $40. You can give me $40 a week. Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of books out there food stamp.
Right.
And what about you, OCB? You want to do the next one?
Oh yeah, I got you. Okay. For the average, we're just gonna say a family size vehicle, like we're gonna say for a family of 4, right? The average size car now is at least $49,000. Something like, what I'm saying, family size. We talking about like a Explorer,
Yeah,
something like that. You know what I'm
something
saying?
big.
Minivan,
Yeah.
something like this. Like right now, 49. Back then, how much y'all think it was? In '98, how much you think it was?
Off the showroom floor. We talking about what, 18,000? Something fully
Hey,
loaded.
yeah. And you right
very
there. It's
close.
like 17. Yep. 17, 18,
Yep.
somewhere up in there, fully loaded. You got everything in '98. And now you got to think about people. What we talking about now? Minimum wage is still back then. It was what, $5.15?
$5.15.
Right? And what is minimum wage right now?
Right.
Is what?
It's
$7.
$7.
$7. So
It's
that
$2 more.
it's just
$7.30
$2
something.
more. But you see how big a price jump in trying to purchase something. Now,
Right.
even in the housing market, you know what I mean? Like right now for you're gonna say 1,500 square feet, right? 15 to 1,700 square feet, you paying
Mm-hmm.
300,000 for at least.
Mm-hmm.
From anywhere from 250
Yeah,
to 300,000. Back then, how much was it, man?
that's
In
a fact.
'98, the same size house, roughly what 129, maybe 100,000 or
Maybe,
something. And
maybe.
even some, if you got some land. Now, if you got land, you probably can get land too for that too. And you have like at least an acre.
That's the best way to do it without having a high interest rate
Yeah,
on your mortgage and all that. If you got to have the land too,
yeah. But
they
now
they
everything's
it's
so
like they're
close
gonna stack
together.
it on. Yeah, the zero lots and all
Hmm.
this.
Yep.
Well, it depends on the communities too. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. All these houses, right? You don't have no side house. You
Mm-hmm.
barely got a front
Right.
house. You might have a little back
Mm-hmm.
house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a black man. I like the
Are
back
you
of the house.
buying
You like
in
the
a
back of the
neighborhood
house?
with a
Yeah.
homeowners association?
Right. Then
Yeah.
you got to
That
deal
type.
with a home. Yeah, exactly. I ain't even think about that. Like you got to deal with a homeowners association. Then we got to deal. Your grass too tall. It's too short. You
Right.
ain't cut
Yeah.
it today. Your what
Yeah.
they hit
Y'all
us
too
with the
black.
other day about our flower bed. Your flower bed ain't done. You gonna get a fine. I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, stop it.
The homeowner association tell you too tall, nigga.
Right, right. Your dough the wrong color. It don't match your shingles. All this old shit. Like,
Your husband keep wearing J's every day. You don't like it. Y'all too
yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bye.
So the last thing we had, we was talking about, we'll talk about college tuition back in the day, and this is public because I went to a private school and it was already what they say it is now. But back then, you could go, you can just say, look, let me save up about $3,000, for tuition. Now you're gonna pay about 9,000 to 10,000 or more for a year of college, and that's public. Now that was what I paid for private back in 98.
Right, right.
That
A
is
private
expensive.
institution was $9,000. So now private school, I should have did
And
that one. That one probably 15 because it was 9 back then.
right, right.
So everything is going up and it's so expensive. So about minimum wage being $5.15 an hour in 98. If we kept up with the productivity and everything the way that we should have, then minimum wage is estimated to have been $20 today. It would have been
Right.
about $20 an hour today had they kept on, raising it like they're
Right,
supposed
right,
to every
right.
few years.
But
Because
see,
we haven't seen a raise since what 2007, 2009.
yeah.
It's been
But they
$7
said they try to say that
forever,
minimum wage
$7.35.
is what $15, but where? I haven't seen.
No.
Even if they give it to you, they gonna short you on your hours. Oh, you
Yeah,
making $15, so you ain't gonna work 4 hours. But so that means I still can't pay my bills.
Yeah.
You
So,
feel what I'm
and
saying?
even if it is $7,
Yeah.
it's unheard of for you to start somebody off at $7.35.
Right,
Yeah.
Why you start me off at $7? And then if they start you off at 9 or 10, it's still no different. And so there are some
Right.
states that have their own minimum wage thing, and it's is set to cost of their true cost of living.
Right, and even it's like I know a lot of states, well, in like California, Oregon, stuff like that, they get paid per day in overtime. I know you shouldn't live off overtime, but I think that's a great system. Like after you work 8 hours, you work anything over 8 hours, your overtime automatically kick in versus you have to work 40 hours, then your overtime kick in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's
Yeah.
a great system for me. Oh, you want me to work more than 8 hours? That's time and a half then, ain't it,
Yeah.
Bucko?
Yeah, because if
Right.
just think about it, if everything else is changing, like okay, let's
Right.
say all of our stuff is going up, well, minimum wage should go up too.
Right.
So we got eggs and milk and all this stuff have gone up, but we still at $7.
Right. Even like me and the fellas, we was talking the other day, and which is ridiculous, right? Okay, now the same apartment complexes that's been around here forever, they ain't not rebuilding them, they not putting nothing fancy in them or nothing like that, right? But just say a 3-bedroom or a 2 was like $400, $500. Now the same apartment, they haven't did anything extra to them but paint them. They $1,200, $1,100 for the same building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's highway
For the same
robbery.
apartment. I'm saying how and why? What are we paying for?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's the question most of us need to ask. Like, what are we like? Stuff going up, but what are we paying for? Like these
Yeah,
are the
you don't see the
same
results of
things.
nothing.
Soon as I renew my lease, I remember the time like we were staying in these I ain't gonna name they
Unnamed
the
apartments.
apartments, but we was I think we had a 3 bedroom, but it was a nice complex. It was called, it's a little uppity, you know what I'm saying, for its time. Had like it had a car wash in it, 3 swimming pools, had all of the amenities you need. You could walk to the store, you can get, you know what I mean? It was cool. It was, but we was paying like what 800 every year. Every time we renewed our lease, it went up. It kept going up till it finally went up to like what 1100. They jumped from 935 or somewhere in there. And it's like, well, when you renew your lease, it's gonna be $1,100. I said, well, we go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to understand why it's going up that high. And right now, I think they 15.
Yeah,
They haven't did
income
anything.
and our income didn't change. We didn't go up.
Right,
So,
right. And I understand they built,
Right.
and I understand the concept of building stuff around it to make it grow. You know what I'm saying? They did build like other
Restaurants
I mean,
and you know what I'm
gentrification.
saying? Yeah, yep, basically. You know what I mean? But it was already nice though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Cool, but y'all
but it's
kept going
still a
up.
form of
But
gentrification because
my thing
you
is too, if
forcing
you
a
gon'
higher class of people to spend money in certain
yeah, but
areas.
if you gon' raise the price of something, give me some extra stuff. Like the restaurant's
Yeah,
cool, I get that,
yeah,
but come on, man. But I'm still living in the same. I can go back over there, bro. I'm not paying that. I can buy a house for those prices and for cheaper,
yeah.
right?
And then
Man,
yeah,
yeah. And people, what y'all think about that? I know, like, we probably skipped a few like points in this, but I'll tell her what y'all think about this conversation, even about the prices from then to now, because it becomes a little irritating, agitating, and all the tatings you want to say.
yeah, and we could have did a 5 year study, but we can't
Right.
really. We can't really do 5 years.
Because nothing changes in
Right,
5 years.
nothing changes.
For
Probably
its
nothing
prices.
changes in 10 years. But we did have, the COVID and things like that kind of changed and stuff. So we did have to adjust some things.
Right.
But still, it was the same. It was the same stuff. Gas was still expensive because they knew people still had to go to work.
Right, right.
And
And
then
it fluctuates so
and some
much,
people
yeah.
didn't go to work or whatever, and then that unemployment was off the chain back then. But
yeah.
now it's business
But
as
even just thinking
usual.
about it, I'm glad you even brought that up because I went to a transition with my job recently, and I had to get unemployment for about 2 months. And don't you know what I was getting? $250.
It was a shame.
What the hell? I'm gonna do with $250. What I'm gonna pay? You know what I mean?
Because you get grocery, that's it.
So that's come like to show you like you really can't depend on the system that we living in, like the government. What I'm saying,
You really can't.
You can't depend on that. You have to find other hustles. You know what I mean, to get ahead. Because if you don't, and I think these YNs, what they call them,
YNs?
some of these YNs, they got the cheat code. I don't know what algorithm they on, because these jokers getting rich quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't even rapping.
They ain't rapping. They just got the cheat code to this internet thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time, even with that, it's kind of backfiring too if they're gonna live the same way, because the algorithm, once these higher powers see what they doing,
They're going to find a way to
they
tax
find
it or get it or
and
something.
that's what they doing now, because they changing people. Like, you going viral, like the
Yeah.
algorithm changes to where people don't even see your content.
And they'll take your followers.
Yeah,
Some-
and take your followers, all that, and you have to start back over, so they don't have to pay you that 0.0008
Right.
of a penny
So
for a view. You know what I mean? Yeah.
one thing that they've been doing, because I got a couple young cousins who actually are artists, but what they learned to do is do these things they call vlogs and stream
Right.
outside of their music and outside of the performances. That's another stream of revenue too that they've tapped into. You got to think about it. Back when we was doing this shit, even just 10 years ago, nobody had all this access to these different type of streaming platforms and revenues to do shit.
Yeah.
And you still have
So
to
now-
tour. You
now-
still have to tour.
You still, you
still
have
gotta
to.
do it because that's your money up front.
Right,
But
right. And that's only as long as you ain't signed no jacked up deal, and you ain't took.
Yeah, but-
if you didn't take
but-
all your money up front, because even yeah.
But when you got all these, as they quote unquote say, influencing, you got all these followers and these streams on these different platforms.
Yeah.
He put it like this: Plies probably making just as much money off his streams as he is going to go while he going to do shows.
Yeah, but at the same time, Plaid, just while you speaking on him, he was an artist that sought himself up early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He don't really,
nurse or something?
yeah, like he actually got a nurse. You know what I'm saying? We talk.
Come in different, from
He got
different
other
angles.
stuff that he can do. Like you have to have, you got to be multi-talented in this world these days. You just can't be a one-trick pony. Is that the old?
Yeah, maybe you know one-trick pony.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these young artists right now, that's what they're doing. They actually coming in it different ways. Like they as far as they have little boxing matches, or they hiding money around the city to go find the money.
Right.
This type of thing.
Get married to an athlete and divorce them next week. Now,
anything.
Didn't sign the prenup. You didn't sign the prenup. What did Kanye tell y'all?
We won't prenup. We won't prenup. Nah.
Yeah.
It's one thing that you got to have. Because when they leave, they're gonna leave with half.
Just just money thing, man. It becomes very tricky, and you always see things like commercials on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Talking about ads and stuff. How to get money.
How easy it is.
How to fix your credit and all this, but some of that stuff you still have to watch. A lot of it's true.
Yeah, and some of that's for $19.99 though. You gotta pay for it.
Right. Now it's free game out here, but then by the time we get it that quick, they already putting laws in legislation to change it, so we can't do it. You know what I mean? That's why on all the ads you see what they say. Do it now. Because it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, while supplies last, limited time only, things like that. Yeah,
but there's still some trickery in it too, because some people just do that to get your information. And
yes, they do.
But you still have to be careful either way.
Yes. Okay. So very, very interesting, very nice conversation. So now we're gonna get started with this new segment that we started, and it started accidentally because OCB always doing stuff.
You better know it, Jack.
So we're gonna call this segment
Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we just talked about, like, you know what I'm saying, just some strange things, like, you know, on a normal basis, like normal people. Normally, we ain't talking about the weirdos. We know weirdos gonna be weirdos, and you know who you are, right? So, but who does that? All right. You know what I'm saying? And our first candidate for who?
Come on up to
come on up to the plate.
Come on down.
You know what I'm saying? Who is me?
Come on down his aisle.
Come on down his aisle.
Okay. First one, OCB is gonna ask who does that. He could have said something worse, but we tried to keep it PG. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the Stanley Cup craze.
Look, first of all, now I talk about this. I talk about this a lot to my fellas, and I be like, man, how many cups can one person have? Right? My daughter and my wife come in here with a different cup. Look at this. I'm like,
pretty.
Another one. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so I'm on this new one. These 3 over here old. So I'm gonna take these, put in the box with the other 2 boxes of cups, right? So I guess it's just a thing. So, but I hope they don't do this. I hope this is why I'm in debt, because these people with these Stanley Cups paying upwards of $400 for personalized or gimmick cups, like what's the other
franchise cups, like
celebrity
things.
Cups, paying $400
special edition Stanley Cups
for a Stanley Cup. All of them do the same thing, right? You put something in it, either keep it cold or hot, right?
But they put theirs on the shelf. They have like shelves of collection,
So they doing the same thing that people that buy shoes do.
Yeah.
So this is like a shoe thing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
And
saying?
you can
Blackman
decorate
Strong.
them and
Is this
things
what
like
this is? Like them shoes people, man, like Jordans they never wear, and they go sell them for $5,000. This is what this is.
Yeah. Now I didn't pay $400 for mine. I ain't even paid $20 for it.
Cause if she did, and I love my wife to death, we're gonna have to reevaluate our situation.
I'm gonna drink to
for a cup now. You know what I'm saying? I feel if I was like that about shoes, well, these the only one like this. How much you pay for them? $5,000. I should get kicked out the house too. Everybody that paying $400 for a cup that do the same thing this cup do. Man, y'all lost y'all mind. And like we said, who does that, man?
Who does that?
Man, he does that. For sure.
Who does?
And,
Like how much DNA is left inside that cup for you to say
man,
this work?
that cup better refill itself, whatever I put in it.
It better be Dracula's chalice.
Hey, what?
Chalice.
It better be
The
that
fountain
cup,
of youth.
that cup that Thor had when he was with Doctor Strange. Every time he drunk his beer up, that mother fill back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I need that. It for 400. Man, come on, man.
Okay. And believe it or not, we got another one.
Man, but we got a
Double
twofer.
feature.
Double feature, man, for who does that?
Okay, so now we're going to talk about Klarna fast food. And I'm sure all of y'all know who Klarna is. And Afterpay and Affirm and all of those buy now, pay later. And I will say that, maybe for the holidays or something, you can really get some good stuff, when you split it up into 4.
Right.
But now you can split just about anything up in 4 payments.
In 4 payments.
You might need to split those groceries up and things like that. But now, this person went viral for using Klarna to finance what?
God doggone hamburger, McDonald's, a meal.
A $14.
$14 meal.
Split it up in 4.
Split up in 4 payments. I don't know who's the idiot. Klarna,
McDonald's,
or the dude that paid $20 for this $14 meal, because they put some extra cost on the back.
Yeah, it's a finance fee.
It's a finance fee. Now we got brother. Now we going back to how this world working right now. Is it so bad? Is it so bad out here, people, that you gotta finance a $14 meal? Bro, so somebody needs to look. That means everything else too high. We got to finance a $14
That man was
meal.
hungry. Or that woman.
You got to be hella hungry to finance.
They was hungry. They said, I want this McDonald's, but I ain't got but $5.
So does that mean he ain't going to eat again until he get these 4 payments paid?
I'm scared. I don't know. What he going to do? He just really had to have it right then. That $14, he was like, look, it may end up being $16 or $17 when I get through paying these 4 payments of $2 a week. But I'm gonna get this burger today. I'm gonna get this burger, supersize it.
Well, at least they getting paid, because I done gave people plenty of money. I ain't got paid back for that meal yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, you got me. I know it wasn't but $10, but you were broke. Well, I don't know.
It's like send me $1 on Cash App.
Send me $1 on Cash App for that meal, brother. They gonna look how your credit. Like when you go run your credit, bro, you didn't pay these 4 payments of $14. You done jack your credit up because you didn't pay your 4 payments for that McDonald's burger, bro.
It's on your credit report.
It's on a McDonald's burger on your credit report.
Gonna cost you $200.
It's crazy.
Who does that?
And like we said, who does that?
Who does that?
I don't understand. It's like I feel like everybody involved should be slapped. The people who thought of it, the people who said, "All right, you can do it this many times." Like, what are we doing? Right?
Yeah,
no, well, you can't get another meal, sir, because you got your last meal already. You got one more payment on your last meal.
What they do? You got some tomatoes today, some cheese tomorrow.
Look, you got the apple pie and the what is the thing that
the McFlurry?
Yeah, the McFlurry.
Just piece the meal out.
Got everything.
Stop it.
Got
y'all
everything.
y'all made this up.
Well, McDonald's the one taking Klarna, Or maybe they thought you had a big family to feed one day. Now I can see if it was about $60 or something, which you still should have got some ground beef. But
stop it.
Yeah.
McDonald's got better things to do than dumb things like that.
Who does that? Who does that? Give it to him one more time. Who does
that?
I mean, what a button at.
Yeah, man. Let me hit it one more time.
Go on, hit it.
But it ain't come up.
Ish for grade.
I'm gonna hit it then. Let me see if I can hit it.
That?
There you go. Who does that?
Right. Yeah, man. And now, man, we're gonna move on from that. Where are we at? Where are we, Mimi Jean?
Okay, well now we're to the point where we're wrapping it all up. Everything is expensive, and we've been talking about things being expensive, but we didn't talk about who actually getting rich, who benefiting from this stuff, because it ain't us. You know what I'm saying? The rich get richer, and the poor get
Power.
The same.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I ain't. They say, oh, we're gonna give y'all the
Now,
stimulus or whatever, so we can give it
right.
right back to you.
Now listen, this is what I'm gonna do, people. I'm gonna give this to Blackman Strong for a
He's
second.
gonna
But
get-
listen,
he gonna
Blackman Strong.
stay there.
Look, stay in the middle, cuz don't get her kicked off. No.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Go
Who's
ahead.
actually getting
So
rich?
who getting this money out here,
Who
Blackman
getting
Strong?
Well, of course, the 1% still gonna look out for the 1%. And the 1%, what they want to do is immediately eliminate where we at right now. They want to eliminate the middle class because it's supposed to be a higher class, middle class, upper class, or all this. What they want to do, they want to eliminate that,
Mm.
and they want to put themselves at the higher plane and put everybody else in the working class, if they want to rename it in the same plane. But if you got nothing but a higher plane, or a higher class, and a working class, what is that? That's not a democracy. That's a damn hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you making yourself a king or whatever, whatnot. You throwing away how this country was already designed to be built.
Yeah,
Even though
trying to keep us in place.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So and then the crazy thing about it is how he used the age old tactic of divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? He pit. We already pitted against one another as it is far with
Right.
races.
Yeah.
But then now he got it so much involved that he even got the brown man involved with it now. You know what I'm saying? To where he's thinking, or so they thought that they was on the same playing field because they got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? In the position that they was in. And then boom, now he hit him with this ice shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what's going on. And that's a horrible situation within
sir.
itself. You know what I'm saying? Because you utilize these people for all these years for their talents. And now you're making them, it's like modern day slavery. You know what I'm saying? This shit playing out before our eyes. People ain't really paying attention to shit like they should.
Yeah.
Because how they already had it pre-designed. Even with with how the black woman has had to live off of different types of things provided by the government, and you see how it's designed that the man can't be around. But then now, lately, they talking about some trying to take away the Section 8. They're trying to take away all these things that the black woman had to utilize to stay sufficient while the black man kept getting locked up and doing dumb shit.
Right,
You know
but
what
even before, not to cut you off, bro, but even before then, most of these programs were set up for the white woman, right? And not to be not to even be race, but like, cause first of all, most of us wouldn't even we most of our women or men, we weren't even legal no way in their eyes. So all of these wasn't that, but then when we said exactly, so now that we understand these systems and we start using them for ourselves, that's when they start. Well, they can take it. Well, they the one ain't doing nothing, but it was set up for y'all. But now that we able to do it, it's a lady on Facebook. I can't remember her name right now. I wish I could pull it up, and she explains the beginning of the system and when the wars happened to how it became our thing versus theirs. You know what I mean? And it's a real interesting conversation because most people say, even black men or people of black power, even say talk about us being having government assistance, but it wasn't created for because we were the republic. We always worked on it and built our own from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But then it got reversed on us like everything else.
We want to be self-sufficient because that's what they wanted. They
we still self-sufficient.
And we stay segregated.
Right. But and that's another story. But when you talk about,
they don't mean I'm racist.
Right.
But look how society is right now anyway.
Right.
We still segregated. If you look around, just look around.
But and it should be like that because it really should be the problem is like, okay, everything's about money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The people at the top laughing at us for being racist against each other. Because their thing is, as long as we got control of the money, we gonna let them fools do whatever.
Just fight and kill each other.
And this on both sides. I'm talking about this on all sides: color, race, creed, religion, like anything that you can think of. It's about that. What you said, that 1% that you talking about.
You
Say
see
that
what I'm
again.
saying? You see how they got it designed to leave people fighting for scraps, though? Like I said, they
Right.
want to eliminate
It
the
was a
the, the
show.
high,
It was a
middle,
show.
low, and
What's
the
that
working
movie?
class.
It was a series Jalen was watching when like they had these people on the top and they'll drop the food down and the people at the bottom will get the it's a Netflix thing. I have to ask him. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's like the same thing when you talking about fighting for straps. Like
Yeah, like
if
kind of
you
like
were,
that movie, the show about the train and how you
yeah,
had
yeah,
the
like
people in the
that. Yeah,
back of the
exactly.
train.
Yeah. Like the people at the back, like they don't
At
get
the,
none.
yeah,
They get the
they
left
get
out
what's left over, and the
whatever
people in the
left
front of the
over. But they
train got
be
all the good stuff,
all the
and
good
they
stuff.
Right.
got the scraps down there at the
Right. And it's the
toward the
same
end of the
thing
Right.
train.
now, even like for the middle class. For me, like, okay, I make too much money to get assistance, but I don't make enough money to go on vacations or do these
Right.
things
If,
for my
if,
kids that the upper
if,
class
if I
can
work my
do.
ass off, I
Right.
can't get no.
But
You know what I'm saying?
like even like the poor, like people that make less money than we do as being the middle class, they able to take their kids on vacation because they getting assistance. They still, you know what I'm saying, the man at the house. So yeah, you can get that. They get all the benefits. You get section, all these
Yeah.
different programs
Yeah,
that
All
you can
this.
get.
we'll give you a $5,000 credit
But
card that we know you ain't
yeah.
gonna be able to pay off because we
Yeah.
know you're going
But
on
if you
vacation with
riding
that
that
card.
middle line, like we trying to do we
They
the
want to keep
people
you right there
that middle
and keep you
line,
comfortable.
Murray, that middle line, bro, whoo, it's rough right here. You know what I mean?
For instance, a lot of people wanted him in office because he promised them some more free money, not realizing their first set of money wasn't free. That PPP wasn't free.
Oh no, because
None,
all of them, everybody getting
none of that
indicted.
money is free because every time something so called free comes out, it got to be drawn from
Yeah,
somewhere else.
ain't nothing
You see what I'm
free.
saying?
Cause even like I don't, as being a young buck, right?
Young buck.
A young buck in my heyday, you know what I'm saying.
Young
I used to
whippersnappers.
see the free thing. You know how you would click on it or look at it or go
Yeah,
for it, and then when you get to the end of
that
whatever
represent
it
on
said free thing
yeah,
is, and when you get to the end of a said free thing, and it'll be like, okay, now you have to pay $19.99 a month to
Yeah.
get the next month. Oh, they were talking. Oh, you talking about the initial was free. You wasn't talking about forever was free, but they don't put it out like that. They put it out there like free, and free mean free. You feel me?
Yeah, free mean free.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Mhm.
that's understandable. So now we know who's actually getting rich. It's not us
And
that's
that's
getting
just for
rich.
us though. Now, like if anybody have any other things that they have to say about who's getting
Where's this
rich,
money going
and
to?
now we just talking about like money thing. I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, as long as you believe in the Lord and
Oh,
your
man.
mind is free and you free, and we ain't talking about that. Okay.
Just ask the Lord
And
to
he would,
help
man, we
you.
ain't talking about that. We talking about
There was a
that.
case there, Pastor stopped asking me, ask 10%
You got
of
to
my
help
free.
yourself.
Now,
So
your pastor don't want 10% of your free too. So
yeah, so
don't take that one.
we all working to survive and make it to the next
Right.
Yeah.
to the next payday. And
Mhm.
then now,
But
who says you can't
it
enjoy,
ain't,
certain
it ain't really-
luxuries and
Oh, you
liberties?
can.
We can enjoy those things, but we still got to worry
Cause
about
all my trip, and I ain't ashamed to say it, all my trips I'm making payments. I'm gonna go and I be paying for it when I get back, but I done had a good time. I'm just gonna have to pay for it later.
you gonna pay for it later.
Just like dude with that meal.
You said, look
Ain't
up.
right.
You gonna put it in the
You do
4.
a
You gonna
four
put it in.
times.
You gonna pay it off in 6
I'm gonna
payments.
pay it off in 6, maybe 7.
But you had a good time.
I had a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're just trying to make it, in the first place. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about. So the truth is, we just talked about it. Who's getting rich? The corporations are getting
Yeah,
rich.
yeah.
The government's getting rich. The mortgage company is getting rich. The
Yeah.
banks is getting rich. Everybody is, and social
Except-
media is getting rich, except for the consumer.
Yeah, we'll never.
Yeah.
And that comes from lack of education. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, we hadn't did a show in a while, so we had to come with something informative that we thought was informative. I hate that Blackman Strong couldn't be here with us today, but we gonna leave him with the final word.
He in
So,
spirit.
Mr. Blackman Strong.
Right.
So what is your take from the show today?
First of all, it's good to be back, man. It's therapeutic to be able to do this, to be able to speak to the people and be able to have something to make them be thought provoked, to have a conversation, sit down and start something up there that can possibly build something positive going on if not in the community, just within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know, you really will.
Man, you
You got to
gotta know
test
it.
yourself and challenge yourself.
Right.
And that's what I've been focused on as far as having this little hiatus from it.
Right.
I have been having to unlock new abilities with whatnot with this acting. You know what I'm saying? It was one episode we had where we had somebody on there, and I guess they thought I was playing. You know what I'm saying? When I told him I said I want to get into the acting or whatever, whatnot, and God willing, all that fell through. So y'all can check your boy out on Fatherless Child movie or on Amazon Prime. Then you can go on Tubi and Amazon Prime and check me out on the Kingpin series.
Yeah,
We
You
just
got a
dropped
movie
the season.
star.
I swear,
finale.
hey, it sounds like a shameless plug to me.
Yeah, it all started out.
It started out.
It started out on the video. He was a video vixen.
And man, it went from there,
Yeah, I
right?
did. Yeah. I was the other guy. You know what I'm saying? On the last time.
Oh yeah.
Which ain't gonna be the last time. It's gonna be the first time y'all hear it when y'all hear it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be in this element again, man. Like I said, it's therapeutic to do this.
All right.
Right? You know what I'm saying? To be able to be with my family and talk about some real shit and be amongst real people and be thought provoking and get these people stirred up so we can make some change out here, get some shit done.
Already, man. And that's your boy, Blackman Strong, man.
Blackman
Glad to hear from you again,
Strong.
brother. And we gonna get with you once. You know how we do. We brothers. We gonna kick it anyway.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother, man. I'm
Open
glad.
ears.
Next time we gonna make sure you here. All right.
For sure, for certain. That's for certain.
All right, brother, man.
I love y'all.
Love.
Okay, Blackman Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, thank you for joining us. Take what we say. Hopefully it will help you. Remember, we are not doctors, lawyers, and all that good stuff. We just people who want to give you some nuggets. Hopefully
some nuggets,
you
man.
take it and
Outside of
do
relationship
do
things.
what you will. But relationships is our
Oh,
stuff
that
now.
we
can
do
help you now.
relationship, but it's so oversaturated
Yeah.
right now. But not that we don't like talking about. We will, but you know what I'm saying, that's another story.
We had to give you some more knowledge and
Right.
things to make you think about it. Make you think. But you can reach us if you want to reach out to us. We got our socials up here. You can reach us on Facebook. If you don't know, you will. YouTube at If You Don't Know, You Will. We have our Instagram there, have our TikTok, and we have our Spotify, which you can catch the audio version of our podcast wherever you get your podcast.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Any other? Any final words? That's it.
I'm just glad, we back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I had it was a great conversation. Like Mr. Blackman Strong said, I don't know why I keep saying Mr. Blackman Strong.
Get that man his respect. Put some
Put some
respect on his name.
respect on my name. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to be back with my wife, chatting it up, you know what I'm saying, having conversations. I believe me, you know what I'm saying? Even we go through our thing as being husband and wife also, and these conversations help us to have dialect between each other, because when you've been together as long as we have, sometimes you get lost. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You don't have nothing. It seems like you have nothing to talk about sometimes, because we've been together for 30 years, and sometimes it seems like we know everything about each other. But that's not always true. That's why we like to do these things and have these talks, you know what I mean? And it forces us to have a conversation and live on each other again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said again, but I don't know. I think it's what's in my cup, my bag. Like, I'm in my feelings. Oh, shit. Let me drink it out.
All right, everybody. We will see you the next time. Be sure to tune in and like this podcast, share it, and watch it again. And watch the other podcasts in this series. If you don't know,
You will. You let it roll old school. You feel me?
old school. Let it roll. Hang roll.
On the weekend, we gonna ride and chill and do what players play. No more working, we gonna get fresh to death and choose up on the few. Strictly sipping, because we're Rigo, baby, and that's just what we do. The spot, the hottest spots on the